good morning everybody. I am here with my sister Elizabeth, the broadside of Sister Elizabeth.
Before we get started on this week's adventure, make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss any of our adventures.
Anyway, we're here and this is a rhubarb plant. So if you've never seen a rhubarb plant, this is it. And they get amazingly large. It's amazing fruit. I don't know if you've ever seen it. She brought a knife out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a knife. This is a rhubarb. We don't eat this part of the plant. We peel the skin back and it's pretty tart inside, but it makes the most amazing BlueBarb or strawberry pie. Rhubarb strawberry pie. Another good thing about these plants right here, that bees love it. Bees will put themselves on here and they shimmy any kind of mites or anything off their little bodies. So if you have bees, this would be a really good thing to have around your beehives, because bees need this to keep clean, like taking a bath, like chickens in their
Sandbox.
Yeah, their sandbox. This is what the bees love to go on, but you're not going to eat this part. So what do you think, Missy?
I think you'll be great. Some beautiful strawberry rhubarb pie.
That sounds good. I like BlueBarb the best. The best.
But yeah.
So, anyway, my sister, we talked this morning and she said, hey, you want some? Because this is actually Anthony's plant. And Anthony's not with us today, but if he could see this plant, the size that it is, he would be so amazed.
Yeah. He probably would have been out here already taking care of this.
Mm-hmm. So as you can see, they get pretty big, almost like an elephant ear fern. It's pretty cool. Thank you, ma'am. So, check it out if you've never seen a rhubarb. If you are in the cooler climate areas, you've never had one, check them out. It'd be a great benefit. And believe me, as kids, we used to peel the skin off and bite on it, and it was so tart. But it's like the best thing in sliced bread when you're a kid.
Yeah. Especially when you're out running around having fun on a hot day.
Our grandmother had bunches of these growing on our farm. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, there you go. Little education, a little bit of learning, and a great time to have coffee. Have a blessed day. It was kind of chilly in here this morning, so I figured I would cook up all that rhubarb that my sister had made me, and I am making BlueBarb pie. I know you would enjoy it if you had a taste of it. So I'm going to get started here. I made my crust. I cooked up all that rhubarb and I added enough blueberries. So it was 3 cups blueberries, 3 cups chopped rhubarb, and I made 5 batches because my sister gave me enough rhubarb for 5 batches. And I don't want it sitting around. I don't want to get dried out or woody. And I don't want to just stick it in the freezer without cooking it. So I figured I'll make my pies and then I'll stick them in the freezer so that when we decide to have it or we have company or whatever, I got a pie, all I got to do is throw it in the oven and warm it up. Okay? All right, let's get this done. Gather it so that it is underneath the crust I have here. I put it underneath all the way around. You just tuck it in. Okay, and then I'm going to use the utensil I got. Go around, get it ready. Making pies or muffins or anything like that just makes it so much nicer and kind of cozy up in here, so it takes the chill off. Okay. Voila. Mixture that I made, which was with the rhubarb that I got from my sister's house. I made 5 batches, like I said. So, in my mixture here, as you can see, it's nice and pretty purple. It's got the rhubarbs, the blueberries, sugar, flour, cornstarch, and lemon juice. Making a mess here. If you don't make a mess when you cook. There we go. I am going to save that last batch of rhubarb mixture for some muffins. I think that would be great to make. Some extra dough here. A little extra. There we go. Little extra. No worries. After you've made enough pies, you'll see that you have a tendency to have a little extra. Cutting off the excess. And then you can keep your pie crust in the freezer if you want to make more pies, any extra pie crust that you might have. I don't keep it in there for more than a month. It has a tendency to kind of go bad or get hard, and I don't like that. I mean harder than normal than you would find in a freezer. Doesn't thaw out properly. Okay. All right, so I'm tucking. As I showed you before, we tuck underneath. Place is warming up nicely. Whoops, missed my pie crust there. There. This will also help to avoid any leakage of the pie mixture if you tuck underneath the bottom crust. And we'll go along and set this. You can do it in different ways. I've done it with pinching it with my fingers, and then I do it this way as well when I end it off, so to make sure that I got everything pinched down and try to avoid any leakage of the broth, so I don't get it all over the oven. But I always put a cookie sheet underneath anyway. There we go, ready to go in the oven. And as you can see, that's a beautiful pie that will be going in the freezer for when we have guests. Thank you so much for joining me and coming along with me as I make the rhubarb pie. Hope you learned something from and about the rhubarb, and I want to show you the cookbook where I got the recipe from, Cooking with Dice Arts. You can buy this from Amazon. Great cookbook. I really enjoyed it, and we picked it up from the state of Maine. Most amazing things at restaurants that you'll find in the state of Maine. So thank you for joining me, and have a blessed day.